from Being in Sync 366 video series. Today, I'm talking about love thy enemy. And what do I mean by that? Because nobody's really our enemy, although we have a lot of people in this world who take great strides and great energy to have hate and discontent for other people. And so, as a change agent, when I go into an organization, usually there are factions, right? There are factions of people who represent things to the organization. So, I never, ever look at myself as having enemies, although there are factions of people that definitely work against what I call a change agent. And that's usually what I'm representing within an organization. Not usually, it's always. And what do people do with change? They resist it. So, my suggestion is to do what I do, which is you cannot go into a state of separation with those factions that are part of the organizations, and or you can look at these factions as friends, just people who have a lot of hate and discontent within themselves. These people exist in the world. They're in our families, they're in our communities, they are everywhere. Just like the video that I made yesterday about unsafe people, these people who spend a lot of time with hate and discontent, they have a lot of discord within themselves. Now, loving your enemy is really acknowledging that whatever energy you're giving to those people, it does absolutely nothing to them. So let's just say you guys have a mutual hate or a mutual dislike. Don't be the one that's hating. You can have a preference, but don't go into the hate and discontent to the best of your ability. And you have to really be honest with yourself, because a lot of people say they don't hate somebody when they really have the energy of discord and disdain and a ton of resistance about those people. That is the same. And those are what creates what's called a toxic stream, which is what I address in my peace program. But for you specifically, it's not really about what you're thinking about the person. It's how you're feeling about the person. Okay. So let's just say somebody's done something horrible to you. Trust me, as a leadership consultant and a change agent, people do stuff all the time. I mean, like I literally would have the 800 number called on me on a regular basis with no foundation or any issue at all for an investigation. It was regular. People do not like change. That they direct it at the change agent, but that is their issue. I don't get involved with their issues. I suggest you don't get involved with their issues either. People who have a strong discord for you, that is totally their prerogative. My phone's blowing up, sorry. That is totally their prerogative, okay? None of your business what people think about you. I could care less if people hate me. That does nothing to me. Their projections will never stick in my field, okay? Now, don't let it stick in yours. The only way projections can stick in your field is if you're resonating with the frequency in which they are sending you, that hate and discontent. Okay, so when somebody dislikes you strongly, do not pay it any mind. Make it none of your business. What other people think of you is none of your business ever. Okay? For me, it doesn't matter. I don't care what people think. People, if they actually care about what other people think, I say, listen to your own thoughts. Like, how many shitty thoughts do you have? And why would you care what anybody else is thinking? Because they probably have more shitty thoughts than you do. So why would you even care about what they think? That's what I think. Okay. So there's that. That's just like common sense. Like, people's thoughts are out of control. The most important aspect, this is the second one. So When people have hate, it does nothing to you. When they hate you, it does nothing to you unless you resonate with that. That's number one. Number two, if they hate you, that's okay, because that's their business, that's their energy field. The problem becomes if when it resonates and you have an equal disdain for them, for example. And let's just say you spend a lot of time and energy talking poorly about them, gossiping about them, doing things about this person, and talking about how much they bother you or how much they wronged you, and whatever the story is that you have in your mind doesn't even matter, because if you are in alignment with that, now you're weakening your energy field, your structures, your well-being, your health. See, hate, discontent, resentment, guilt, all those energies, they literally are affecting you. That's where you want to spend your time focusing, is like, how am I aligned energetically? And am I truly aligned with peace? And you need to be aligned to peace from within your heart. Your thinking is a big piece of it, but a lot of people spend a lot of time on their thinking when their thinking is already running really horrible patterns, patterns that are not clear, they're not based in critical thinking, and they're cognitively impaired. So you really want to connect with your heart space and how you're feeling inside, and make sure that you're not engaging from a negative perspective. So it's twofold. So you're not engaging in that hate and discontent. So for those of you who have watched my Bullied by Your Family, you know that I grew up in an environment that was volatile, let's just say. And, I don't hate anybody in my family. I do not spend any time hating them. It does me no good whatsoever. They are who they are. I accept them fully as they are, knowing that they're not really safe people to be around. That doesn't mean they're going to attack me. That's not meaning that I couldn't be safe in their presence. It means that they are not healthy people. They're not loving, nurturing, encouraging, supportive humans. And that's who I choose to spend my time with. I don't want to spend time with people who are negative Nellies or into one drama after another drama, who have to build themselves up by putting other people down. That's not like my style. That's not what I'm about. And that's what they do. And I see that, I accept that, and I also know that, we just don't resonate, okay? So, I don't have any ill will. They did shitty things, okay. All right, did I learn my lesson is the most important thing. That's where I focus my attention. Where is my lessons in their behavior? And I learn everything I possibly can so I can be loving and kind and respectful, and honor other people who are on their journey there where they might be struggling. And which is why I'm making this video, because too often people make other people, their quote unquote enemy. And all the enemy does, that way of thinking, it's a mind fracturing technique that weakens the person who is separate, meaning who sees the weakness as others. See, like, that person's just going to bring me down. That is what's called a divide and conquer technique. That is completely the antithesis of oneness, of the natural laws in which I operate off of, and I offer you to too, which is the antithesis of love and kindness. Now, you don't have to like everybody. We don't have to resonate with everybody. That's okay. But we don't need to talk poorly about other people. We can speak about our own personal experience without talking badly about other people. Nobody is your enemy unless you, in your mind, make them your enemy. Don't make anybody your enemy. Go into your heart Accept people for who they are, know what you resonate with, know what you value, and align with those aspects of yourself. Those will always bring you back to love, kindness, genuine, um, and don't ever let somebody get you to the point where you're an enemy. I talk to just about every ex-boyfriend I've ever had. Well, I don't talk to them, but I could talk to them, meaning no relationship that I've ever had is it an enemy type of relationship. Even my family, if I needed to contact them, I am certain they would pick up the phone and vice versa. But we don't resonate. And so you just got to know where you are aligning to. What are your people? What are your people aligning to? Where do you enjoy yourself the most? Life is here to be lived and in a frequency of love and kindness. And look, we all know that we need more of that, which is why I'm making this video. Go into your heart space, and anybody that you've ever perceived as an enemy, make it your job to get into the frequency of love, of compassion, of forgiveness in your heart space for what they may have done. Maybe what you think they've done that they have no idea. It doesn't even matter. If it's in your mind that you have unforgiven or that somebody is evil towards you, or that you can't forgive them or even see them as a human being and having have made mistakes, that becomes your number one job. How can I get into a place of acceptance, pure acceptance for who this person is and what they've done? And how can I get into the frequency of love with this person? I don't have to fall in love with them. I don't have to be in love with them, but I don't want to have any discord in my energy in relationship to them. That's the real work. That's the real work for all of us who want to be in alignment to the natural laws. So, I am Kiana Sage and I guide people to peace. If you find like there are some people that you just can't get into that place of peace with, reach out. Consider the peace program, because the peace program addresses those situations that have become toxic. That maybe you don't feel like you can heal on your own. We can heal it and address it together, and you will be able to experience peace in a way that will make you love your life even more. And really, that's what we're here to do. I am Kiana Sage. I guide people to peace. I hope you like this video. If so, please let me know in the comments. Somebody let me know what's up. Cheers.